Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Favor. For those who are new here, welcome. You are a real gem for coming. Thanks for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And if you're just a random person who always watches my video without subscribing, what have you been waiting for? Please subscribe to this channel. Like this video if this video impacts you in any way, and leave a comment. I always love to interact with comments. The essence of this video is because most universities offer funding to students based off of their personal statements. Not all universities require separate application for their scholarship. For universities that offer scholarships to students or any form of substantial funding based off of their original personal statements with which they gained admission, it becomes imperative for you to have a great and an outstanding personal statement. In this video, I'm going to be giving you all the tips on how to write a good personal statement. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be sharing how to write a great personal statement. And just before you look away and move away, at the end of this video, I'm going to be reading my own personal statement that afforded me the International Leadership Scholarship Award at the University of Glasgow. If you would like to know more, definitely keep watching and ensure you watch till the end, because I also promise to give you an amazing offer that you would never have guessed. It's important that your personal statement is captivating or compelling, which is why I have put this video in place for you to write that outstanding personal statement. So the first point, or the first tip I'm going to be giving, is you start out with a captivating sentence. So your captivating sentence could be a quote, it could be the start of a story, or it could be the statement of a problem. So your first sentence could be, in Africa, health is a challenge because of this. Or in Nigeria, where I come from, health is a problem because of this, or child mortality is a problem, this is a problem, HIV is a problem. So it could be the statement of a problem, it could be a quote. Please, if you're using a quote, ensure the quote is in relation to what you are doing, not just any random quotes like "we believe in freedom" or something. It has to be something that's related to your coursework. It has to be related to the project or the course you intend to do. Or it could be the start of a story. Wherever it is, ensure it's a captivating. The next point is for you to tell a story. It doesn't have to be a great story, it just has to be a relatable experience, an experience that relates to the course in which you intend to study. The story could be based off of your experience, it could be based off of what someone told you, it could be based off what you read. So having began with a first captivating sentence, then you tell a story. The story does not have to be long. Ensure the story is relevant to the course of work that you intend to study. So for instance, you could say, while I was growing up, I always witnessed child mortality because when I go to the hospital, I see that people die from childbirth. Or growing up, this was a common slogan in our place. This was common news in our side. This is something I read off of the internet. Like, ensure you have a relatable experience. So what the experience does is to keep and maintain the attention of your reader, so your reader is not bored out at the second sentence or the second paragraph. You want to ensure that the story you're telling does not spill over into the body of the work. The story should be 2 to 3 sentences maximum. It shouldn't spill over into the body of the work. And ensure you relate the story to the coursework that you're doing. So having stated that, okay, this was my experience, or this used to be my experience, this was what I read, this was what I heard, it is relevant to this body of work because it also shows that this is a problem that everybody is facing. So ensure you link it to the course of work. The next point is state how your research work or your proposed course of study is relevant to your environment, is relevant to your nation, is relevant to your community, and is relevant to the world at large. Now I'm going to break this down into a very, very easy way for you to comprehend. So whatever course of work that you intend to study, no matter how remote it is, it's going to affect a life. No matter what course it is that you're possibly studying. Maybe it's to alleviate pain, it's to alleviate poverty, it's to make life better for some people, whatever it is. So ensure the next paragraph or the next sentence, the next line should be to state how relevant that course of work is to your immediate environment, to your immediate community, to your immediate nation, to the continent, and to the world at large. The reason why this is important is you need to have a realistic view of life. So it shows that, number one, this is a problem. Number two, this is an experience that is common to everybody. This is an experience that is not uncommon. Number three, this affects this particular group of people, and my course of work or my course of study or the program I intend to pursue is also going to be in line with helping to alleviate this particular problem or particular challenge. Speak about the impact of the coursework you intend to study. Ensure you have achievable outcomes. Be realistic. Be as realistic can be. So don't speak, you want to change the world. Start with your community. Even though the world is the goal, but you're starting with your community in so village, or in so town, in so county, in so state. So you're not having an unrealistic view of life or an unrealistic expectations. Do not speak in vacuum or in isolation of your immediate community. I think that's what makes essays really great. You have a realistic goal which you intend to achieve with that program that you intend to pursue. So if you're studying a master's in public health, you're seeking to alleviate the pains of malaria, you're seeking to alleviate the pains of HIV, you're seeking to make the public health system work better within your community, and then to West Africa, and then to the whole wide. The next point you also want to now talk about, having stated how it's relevance to your community, is the impact on the society generally and the world. This is where SDGs come in place. So SDGs refer to the Sustainable Development Goals. This is a tip that you probably won't get anywhere. So the United Nations is an international government group of nations came together, and they agreed that by 2030 they would have achieved some goals called the Sustainable Development Goals. So no matter what course or program that you intend to study, is it in economics, is it in housing, is it in wealth, is it in health, whatever it is, equality, human rights, whatever it is, it's listed on the SDGs. So what you want to do is ensure that you pick one of the SDGs and relate it to your coursework or to your program. So this helps to build the relevance of your coursework, the relevance of your research on the SDGs, towards the SDGs. So you've stated that this is going to affect my immediate community. Now you're going to the world at large, and you're stating that is this program or this course of work or the reason why I'm undertaking this research has to do with the SDGs. So it also has an impact on the society at large and an impact on the world in general, because in undertaking this study or in undertaking this program, I'm going to be helping in fulfilling number 13 or item 12, item 10 on the SDG of the United Nations. And the relevance of your research on society and the community shows that you're not a selfish person, and you're not seeking to achieve selfish ambition. You're seeking to actually make a genuine impact on the world. Another item you also want to include in your personal statement, this could be in the next paragraph or based off of anyhow you choose to arrange the paragraphs, is your skills, your relevant experience, and your previous wins. So you want to show your skills, your research skills, particularly if it's a research program, emphasize your research skills. You also want to showcase your relevant experience, a course-based program that is not really focusing on research. You just want to showcase your relevant experience, how you've worked, if it's an LLM, how you've worked in the law space, how you've undertaken, even if you've not worked, you've studied this before, you in your university undergraduate days, this was what you studied. You want to ensure that you state your relevant skills, your relevant experience, and your previous wins. The essence of the wins here is particularly for programs or for universities where they give off substantial funding based off of the personal statements. So stating your previous wins puts you a chance higher in getting a substantial funding or getting scholarship from the university. So yeah, you want to state that you finished with a second-class degree, you finished with a first-class degree. You want to state that you even if it's not about your degree that you're selling, you also want to state that you finished from a great university. You want to state that you've previously been awarded with any form of scholarship before. You want to state any previous win that you have that you think may be relevant. It could be extracurricular, it could be academic award, it could be anything. It could be an article you've published before, it could be a website that you're running, it could be, if you're a vlogger like me, you could say you're a vlogger. You want to ensure that you state your previous wins. Set out the country, the town, and the school is a great fit in terms of the facilities they have, in terms of the weather, in terms of the research environment. You believe the research facilities are great, you believe the university is well ranked. Even if the university is not well ranked, you could just state that you believe the university is well ranked, you believe that the city is a great fit. You also need to show that you also care about their reputation somewhat. So you could say it's going to help them with their inclusive community, it's going to help them build their expertise. While you learn from their experts, you would also be contributing to their body of knowledge. This is particularly relevant if you're undertaking a PhD program. So you could also say that you're going to be contributing to their body of knowledge. If you're also undergoing a research program for your master's, you could state this as everyone always loves somebody who is seeking to add value to their system. So universities as well, just like jobs and employers, are also looking forward to people who are seeking to add value to their system. Give an appealing conclusion. So the conclusion is what wraps it all together, as you started out with a captivating sentence, so you do not lose the grip of your readers. You also want to ensure that your conclusion is as appealing as possible. So my personal statement reads thus, and it was for an LLM program at the University of Glasgow. So my journey to so place in so year for a summer internship placement program with a reputable law firm that specialized in was a bold step that exposed me to corporate practice outside the legal theories that I had been previously accustomed to. That bold step sparked off my fiery passion for corporate finance and governance in the commercial space and led to a chain of ripple effects in my aspirations to make impact in the legal profession. On my return to school later that year, I kickstarted the So Club at my university and led a team of 9 persons to host the Dash events, which had several stakeholders and so many persons in attendance. I equally played a key role in organizing the Dash edition of So events, which had so people in attendance. In these experiences, I found that the Nigeria commercial sector has vast potential for growth, particularly in areas of intellectual property, trade, and corporate finance. I equally observed that brilliance, innovation, resilience, and a positive approach to failure and setbacks are prerequisites to achieving success in any project. It was a combination of these values that helped me in my leadership roles and is still helping me in my practice of law today. This ultimately compelled me to chart out a career path in corporate law practice, and I currently work at a commercial law firm, I worked at a commercial law firm. This keen enthusiasm has also inspired my writings on the subject of commercial law in a number of published and unpublished works. I believe that the core areas of development in any nation's economy is largely predicated on outstanding policies on corporate financing and international commercial law. With the world now a global village and several international communities linked together by technology, it becomes imperative to understudy the contemporary approach to evolving modern realities in the commercial sectors in developed communities and explore its applicability in transforming Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large. This will indubitably foster economic growth and advance industry and innovation, which are the 8th and 9th on the United Nations list of Sustainable Development Goal Agenda for 2030. This can only be propelled by further studies and research that explore the international framework for cross-border trade, economy, arbitration, and regulation. Accordingly, which is where I stated my intention to study. Accordingly, I have chosen to further my studies in So program at So University, a highly ranked university, because I am certain I will have the opportunity to blah 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 blah. Then my conclusion. Conclusively, the potential for growth and expansion in the African economy is vast and truly developing progressively. Although the economy is not at the desired stage yet, the reality remains that achieving a successful and progressive economy, as seemingly challenging as it is not an impossible feat. I strongly believe achieving this begins with offering me a place at your prestigious institution to learn and be inspired by a system that works. So having read this out, I'm willing to help you go through your personal statements on the condition that you abide by all the tips that I have given in this video. So I need to include my email address in the description box below for you to send me your personal statements. So your personal statement, it doesn't have to be for a UK university. It could also be a statement for a scholarship application. So I'm willing to go through it. Disclaimer, I'm not willing to write the statement or the essay for you, but I'm willing to review your essay. I'm willing to review your application for you for free. So there is no strings attached. All you just have to do is send it to me in the email that I'm going to state in the description box below. And my email address is not going to be up for a long period of time, so you want to ensure you send it as soon as you can, and I'll be sure to revert as soon as I can. Come to the end of the video. I hope you learned one or two things. I hope your personal statement is going to be a bang, and I hope you gain the admission that you desire and the funding that you also desire from your admission. Until next time, ensure you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, so you'll be notified of other amazing videos and content as they come up from time to time, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.